What if someone went up to you and said, "Hey, did you hear about that little rumor going around saying that humans are doomed and we all might die?" You would probably say something like, "What? How long do we have? How can we stop it? I don't want to die."
Well, the truth is that humankind is indeed facing a total crisis, climate change. And if we don't do something to reverse the current trends, the future of humanity looks bleak at best.
The greenhouse effect, the process of certain gases in the Earth's atmosphere absorbing and trapping heat in order to keep the Earth at an optimal temperature, is something that quite frankly gets beat to death when talking about climate change.
Every school child in America learns that too much bad gas makes Earth too warm. What's really important is understanding why there's too many greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, and why too much of it is truly a bad thing. And when it comes to this, humans have but only one group to blame: themselves.
Greenhouse gases have only reached threatening levels in the last century or so, and during that century, civilizations have been having revolutions of industry, exchanging hard work on a farm to hard work in a factory. As societies become more and more technologically advanced, the level of energy needed to sustain them grows higher and higher.
To find evidence of environmentally harmful human developments, one needn't go further than their own community.
Modern societal marvels, such as traffic lights, superstores, restaurants, and many more, all require energy to function. Energy derived from sources that are slowly destroying Earth's environment.
According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, in 2019, 62.6% of America's energy came from burning fossil fuels such as natural gas and coal. When fossil fuels are burned, copious amounts of carbon dioxide is released in the atmosphere, enlarging the greenhouse effect.
Burning fossil fuels isn't the only criminal, however. Rapid expansion of agriculture has also contributed heavily to climate change. As the human population rises, so does the population of animals such as cows, who provide meat and dairy products. Humans are heavily reliant on cows as a food source, and as a result, much of the world's farmland is used for raising livestock.
The critical issue with this is that cows produce a greenhouse gas called methane that is 12 times more absorbent than carbon dioxide. While hundreds of millions of cows sit around on farms across the world fattening up, they are slowly but surely releasing more and more methane into the air, severely damaging the climate. In response to this information, some say,
"Nah, man, humans aren't at fault. Global warming is an entirely natural process, and temperatures fluctuate all the time."
well, part of this is true. Global temperatures have increased and decreased over time, but the idea that humans aren't to blame is ludicrous.
The biggest natural producer of CO2, volcanoes, produce only about 2% of the total emissions from fossil fuel consumption. In order to save our planet, humans must change.
But why does any of this even matter? Who cares if the Earth is getting a few degrees warmer? I'll just throw on shorts and a tank top. What's the big deal? Well, the big deal is that those few degrees end up having a catastrophically destructive effect on societies. If temperatures continue to change and sea levels continue to rise, it could drive certain species extinct, creating a devastating ripple effect on ecosystems. If certain species of plants and animals become extinct and our food sources become limited, it will just pour more fuel onto the already raging fire of global hunger. Starvation isn't even the only threat. Higher temperatures bring increased disease and sickness, while rising sea levels threaten to submerge entire coastal communities.
Venice, a city that's already halfway underwater parts of the year, is experiencing alarming increases in flooding rates.
So those few degrees, while they may seem small, have the power to wreak havoc on societies. The real victims of climate change, however, aren't buildings. They're people, just like you and me. People with dreams, aspirations, and unlived experiences. Everyone in this world has dreams. Dreams as large as becoming president to as small as just making it through the day. To put this into perspective, I've asked some of my friends about their own personal dreams. If you could take a 2-week vacation to anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
I would go to Hawaii because it has nice beaches and the weather is always like hot and cool.
I definitely have to say Abu Dhabi because it has the tallest building in the world.
I think I'd have to go with Italy because I want to try authentic Italian food and tour Europe.
You like pizza?
Yeah, I like a lasagna and pizza.
Alright. Now, what is your ultimate bucket list entry? The one thing you have to do before you die?
It would definitely have to be skydiving.
One thing I want to do is go to all 7 continents.
I want to go to an NBA game.
What's your favorite team?
I don't have one, but I want the Sonics to come back.
Don't we all? Thank you for your time, Jeremy. My three friends aren't the only people with dreams. When I asked those questions, you probably thought up of some of your own answers. Fighting climate change isn't just a matter of saving the Earth. The Earth will survive, with or without humanity. It's a matter of saving dreams, saving the lives of millions across the world just like me, with their whole futures out in front of them, and the billions to come after us. Yeah, Jake, saving lives is cool and all, but like, how are we gonna afford to move away from non-renewable energy? I am glad you asked. Many say that making a complete shift to green energy is impossible due to an expensive price tag. But the truth is, renewable energy isn't as costly as some make it seem.
According to the International Energy Agency, the world spends about $500 million a year subsidizing fossil fuels and almost $6 trillion on dirty energy infrastructure.
International institutions such as the World Bank must work to divert these investments towards creating a strong worldwide force of renewable sources such as solar, wind, and hydro.
Also, the price to maintain green energy is significantly less than traditional sources. Helen Mountford, Program Director for New Climate Economy, estimates that up to 90% of the total costs of renewable energy are paid during construction.
So while renewable energy may seem expensive now, down the line it will be more than worth the initial investment. We have the resources necessary to make the shift. All we have to do is pull the trigger. So we must make a decision, whether to continue walking the path of doom or make the changes needed to save countless lives.
World leaders have already taken great action toward fighting climate change. The Paris Agreement, signed in 2015, is a great step towards multiple countries uniting as one to save ourselves, and radical proposals such as the Green New Deal exemplify an important focus by members of the American government towards combating global warming.
But we mustn't let off the gas now. It is absolutely vital that people in power recognize the danger we face and make the changes necessary towards transforming our society into one powered by clean, renewable energy and sustainable agriculture. And we as the people must provide the public support and opinion to do so. Halting destructive climate change patterns isn't just a matter of economics and logistics, it's a matter of life and death. Concerns over climate change reversal actions won't be worth a grain of salt if we're all dead because we didn't take the steps necessary to save ourselves. The human race needs rescuing because we all have much, much more to live for.